Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC and we're going to talk about BTC on a macro scale, and we're basically going to discuss why BTC could be on a 2 years, at least another year to 2 years of a bear market before we start a new cycle of a bull run, right? I've been talking about it since last year, since like we hit basically a 14K. And we basically said exactly, we just gotta be very careful because we could be on a basically multi weeks or multi years of basically a bear market. At least for the short term, the market is proving us right. At least with this big sell off, from 10K down to 6.5 and now from 10K, and possibly could be hitting just about like a 5500 range to a 5700 range, right? So we're gonna take a look at it on the macro scale first of all, right? Let's take a look at the weekly, the monthly time frame. So the monthly time frame, I'm just going to give you guys a very quick update about what we talked about last time. Let's go on Bybit, Bitstamp. So on Bitstamp, we talk about the monthly scale. We said BTC could be breaking out very soon, right? So our monthly range, the range we're looking for this month, was like a 96, right? Maximum 96, which is just about this area was the first primary resistance was like 94, right? And secondary resistance just about 50% of this week was like actually 99.50 maximum. Okay, so we basically said we're not gonna it's not gonna be easy for BTC basically to break this range. So if you're looking for a short opportunity, right, the best area to be shorting would be like just about like 94 up to like a 99 range, right? And the low for this month, it is going to be roughly around like a 7100. We're looking for 72 range to basically support the price for at least this month. Not saying like we're not going to be able to break below 72, but that's the area I'm comfortable, at least for the short term, to not short BTC. Okay, I'm not going to be comfortable to short BTC below like a 7200 if we drop at or below 7200 within the next few weeks, right? So that's it, at least for the short term, for the monthly time frame. So let's dive into the weekly time frame. So the weekly time frame, actually you can see it is not looking beautiful. So that's one of the reasons we're saying like we could be the bear market could last at least another year to 2 years. Okay, so let's dive into the weekly analysis for this long bear market analysis, right? So if you've been following this channel, we said it a long time ago when BTC was going up. We said what? We said we got a three-way move pullback. This three-way move pullback, that's on the weekly basis. Okay, you're not seeing most people basically analyzing BTC on a weekly basis. You're only seeing basically Sun Crypto analyzing BTC on a weekly basis and telling you like, guys, we're still in the bear market and we can't drop all the way down to some crazy numbers. Okay, I keep saying it, we can't drop all the way down. I'm not gonna say we're gonna drop down to 2K, 1K and so on, but the bear market gonna last for a very, very long time, guys. So you guys gotta remember back in 2018, most of us been anticipating $50,000 BTC. Okay, most people weren't ready for a 2 years bear market, right? Again, if you're not ready for another 2 years of bear market, you might be basically you might get very disappointed. You might be very, very disappointed about the BTC, right? So you can see we got another flat correction in this range. We talked about when BTC was going up and we said this is a flat. So what do you expect after you get another flat? After you get a flat correction, you gotta expect a continuation pattern, at least for the short term, right? And I'm going to show you how this flat correction can fail and we could continue the bear market, but at least for the short term, I don't see as this flat correction failing, at least, right? So 2 times, guys. First time 10.5, I said we're going to be dropping. Second time 10.5, we said that's the top. Okay, so I'm still expecting lower numbers for BTC all the way down to basically mid 5K area, right? So what are we expecting after this flat? We're expecting some sort of three-way move. Okay, I don't want to speculate too much, how this three-way move gonna look like, because we could get some sort of basically another flat in this area. Okay, or we can even get a descending triangle in this area. So if you follow me on TradingView, you can basically the TradingView, if you follow me on TradingView, you can see what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna tweet it again. So by the way, follow me on TradingView, and I'm gonna tweet that basically fractal I'm showing you like in this area. It is basically similar to what we're expecting. So I'm expecting another drop all the way down to a low 6K to you know, mid 6K, and we could get a sideways correction within this range before basically capitulating, right? It doesn't have to be like that exactly, but we at least, okay, we don't want to speculate too much on this. The next pattern we're gonna get roughly around like a 6K area to 7K, mid 7K, but you know, we're gonna get a pullback. Okay, I would not be shorting BTC. Once again, do not short BTC at 6K. If you're scared to short BTC at 8K range, you're not gonna short BTC at basically mid 7K to a mid 6K area, because we're gonna get a very, very beautiful pullback after that, right? Before seeing any further sell off, right? At least for the short term, that's what I'm anticipating. Just to recap it, we got 3 wave move down. Excuse me. And we're looking for this. We already got this 3 wave move pullback. That's a macro scale. So even if BTC pull back up to like a 97, 96, the macro scale does not care. We just care about the directional move, okay? Because BTC can do this, do this, do that, do all this nonsense before dropping, but we do not care about all that move. We just care about the directional, okay? In terms of price action, we looking for this straight line all the way down to this area of mid 5K, all right? So I don't want you to guys when BTC pump back up to 9K or like 87, you're gonna be like, oops, you know, the bull market has started, so we're going to the moon and all that nonsense, right? So you got to be able to keep that in mind. The price action we're looking for, it is this move, okay? It is this move, and then we most likely gonna get it with a very high probability. We could basically look for this move, right? But how can we invalidate this move? If the only way we can invalidate this move is like if BTC pump above basically 10.5 and basically break 12K, I'm gonna invalidate the fact that we can drop down, right? So like I said, I'm 85% bearish, not even 60%. I told you on a monthly basis, right? On a monthly basis, if we close below 87, 88 range last month, I'm gonna be 85% bearish, and you can see like I'm 85% bearish, and BTC is basically proving itself right. It is bearish, okay? It's not proving me wrong. It's not proving me wrong. It is just proving itself like you know, it is too weak basically to do any sort of to give us any sort of a bullish momentum, right? So at the same time, guys, pay attention clearly to your 20-month weekly moving average. You know, our lower target, it is still 7100 to 7200 range, but at the same time, it can wick. It just might be a wick down and then pump back up above this 21 monthly moving average. So it's not going to break it easy, okay? It's not, first of all, it's not going to break 8K easily. Second of all, it's not going to break 7K easily. So just to break 8K and 7K could take some weeks or even months, okay? So just like it took us so long, okay, from like a June to November to break this 21 EMA on a monthly basis, it could take the same amount of time basically to break it again. And if we break it, guys, we just have to capitulate, right? Can you imagine if we capitulate below this 21 EMA on a monthly basis? It's not going to be easy to break it. We're not even talking about basically the 200-day moving average yet, okay? We're not even talking about the 200 weekly moving average yet, okay? All those moving averages, once we break them, it's going to be very, very tough basically to jump above it, okay? So 200-day moving average, we can just fluctuate, oscillate above and below. You know, let's just dive into the 200-day moving average before talking about the weekly first. So the 200-day moving average, you can see like we can fluctuate, oscillate, do whatever you want below it, and then you're going to be bullish and bearish all the time. So you're seeing like most experts, they being bullish just because we jump above this line, and then they bearish just because we jump like below this line. That's just like unacceptable, right? So how can you be bullish like you're gonna be bullish on the macro scale? You're bullish like today and tomorrow, okay? You're bullish tomorrow and today you're bearish. So on the macro scale, it doesn't work like that, right? You just have to either stay bullish for a very long time, right, and then follow the macro trend, or you can just be bearish for a very long time, like we've been bearish since like 14K, and like market is just basically proving itself right. It's not proving me wrong or right, it's just proving itself right. It cannot do it. As long as we stay below 20k, we're still in a bear market. But I don't think we're in a bull market just because we staying above this 200-day moving average. So you're gonna see like most analysts who were basically bullish at 10.5, now they're going to be bearish at 10.5 again. Okay, so can you imagine, all right, if we drop down again and jump back up above the 200-day moving average, right, they're going to be bullish again. And I'm still telling you, we're still going to get another drop afterward, right? So you got to keep that in mind. The macro scale is still extremely bearish, 85% bearish. Personally, you don't have to, okay, you don't have to, but 85%, I'm 85% bearish. So 200-day moving average on the daily time frame, we already lost it. That's it, done deal, don't think about it. Bull market done. Okay, so back to the doom boys, okay, analysis. So let's take a look at the weekly 200-day moving average. Very important, guys. So you got to pay attention clearly to what I'm saying right now. Okay, so 200-day moving average, current price just about 5,500 range. Okay, 54.80 on Bitstamp, right? So you can see it. Last year when I was saying that BTC is extremely bullish, most people have been calling for what? They've been calling for $1,800, but today they're saying like, you know, if like we're moving above the 200-day moving average or 200 weekly moving average, they bullish. But you got to ask yourself, why most analysts been calling for $1,800 last year when we got a support from the 200 weekly moving average? All right, so I'm looking for this 200 weekly moving average, not just because it is a very major, it is a major moving average, but just because if you do your swing low to swing high, you can see the confluence right now we got. I've been calling for this 5,500 range since BTC was basically 10.5 to 11k range since like August, guys. So we got a nice confluence right now. We basically first hit our first target was 55. I mean actually 65, right? We hit that target of 65. Second target, we basically got the delay. BTC pumped back up to 10.5. We understood what was going on. It is a flat, we just explained it to you. So this is just a flat correction, nothing crazy. So we just have to get this impulse wave down. Okay, we have to get this impulse wave down, and then we're gonna pump back up. Okay, we're gonna pump back up, and be careful. Okay, be careful for the next pump from like a mid 5k to roughly like a 8k 7k range, or even like a 10k. Don't call it like a bull run, because you're gonna get a doom again. Okay, you're gonna get a very big surprise, basically calling for a bull run for BTC, right? So that's it for the weekly analysis. Now let's dive into the 3-day chart. Okay, 3-day chart. I don't take a look at the 200 MA on the 3-day chart, but you can see it. Nice confluence area with our basically 7200 range on the 3-day chart, the 200-day moving average. Okay, it is roughly around like a 7130. That's the 3-day chart. We could get there very fast. Okay, we could get there within like the next few weeks, or even like before the summer, right? So keep that in mind. But let's take a look at our basically EMAs, 21 EMA and basically 100 EMA on the 4-day chart, right? It is very important to pay attention to what I'm telling you right now, guys, because if you've been following my channel, as I said it multiple times, if we get this crossover between the 21 EMA and the 100 EMA on the 4-day chart, we're gonna capitulate. Okay, I'm gonna repeat it again. If we get a crossover between the 21 EMA and the 100 EMA, we're gonna capitulate. Okay, so let's take a look at what I'm telling you right now. So you can see it right there back in 2018 after we got the crossover, right? So it even looked better on the 5-day chart. You can see it right there, and we finna get one. All right, so you go back in basically 2014, you can see we capitulated down all the way down and found the bottom. Okay, so I'm expecting same basically type of a scenario, at least for the short term. It's gonna take time. Okay, it's gonna take time. Like I said, we're not gonna break 8k easily. We're not gonna break 7k easily. Okay, even though I'm expecting that's like a multi-weeks, guys, like within the next 10 15 20 weeks. Okay, so I'm not giving you an analysis just about like for the next 2 days or so on, stuff like that. Okay, so I'm expecting like this move to 5K area to last to get it like somewhere around like after the summer probably. Okay, so not like next week or whatever. Okay, so it is a macro scale, so pay clear attention. So let's dive into the daily analysis now. So daily analysis, very important. We lost the 21 EMA. We're about to get a very explosive move. It could, okay, it could drop all the way down to like a 8K and give us a reversal pattern, right? So, but first thing first, we got this head and shoulder. We talked about it. If you haven't watched my basically analysis, you go back and watch my previous update, 7 minutes update. Okay, I told you before even the drop. Okay, we said like if we basically drop below this area, we most likely gonna get this head and shoulder, right? So we got the head and shoulder, right? We got the head and shoulder, but I don't like these head and shoulders. Why I don't like these head and shoulders? Because they tend to do this. Okay, they tend to do this. So I'm looking for this move back up to like a up to 9K. Okay, I'm looking for another move up to 9K. It could be a week. It could be basically you know, a very slow process, just like the one we got right there. Okay, just like if you go back and watch any of my analysis, I've told you guys when BC dropped right there, right here, okay, just about like a low 9100, we said do not short BTC. Okay, do not short BTC. I was looking for it to go all the way up back to like just about like 10K, but I couldn't get it at 10K, so we just had to short it at 96 range. Okay, so similarly I'm looking for another move back up. We don't have to get it, but I'm looking for it. Okay, I'm looking for another move to the upside, just to basically give us a flat within this range. Okay, it can't be a flat, it can be a you know, a channel also, because if we get a channel, all the moon boys, they're gonna tell you, oh, we got a basically a falling wedge, stuff like that, or we can get a we could get a descent. We cannot get a descending triangle because we already lost this area. Okay, but at least for the short term, we can get some sort of a directional move, a sideways movement, just to delay the process of dropping. So keep that in mind. So basically pumping back up in this range, and then they're gonna say they're gonna show you like, oh, we're gonna drop down to 8K and then we're gonna go to the moon and stuff like that. But most likely, okay, we could be dropping back down all the way down to 7K area. All right, so you got to keep that in mind. So you got two structure within this range. First thing first, a small pump to the upside up to 9K. It doesn't have to get to 9K, just directional move, right? Remember, no price, no exact price prediction. So, and then we're gonna get this move. All right, so we're gonna get this move and then get this wedge and see if we're gonna break it or we're gonna reverse back up. Okay, so but that's a lower degree, so it doesn't have anything to do with the macro scale. The macro scale directional move, it is still this. Okay, it is still a move to the downside regardless what type of structure you get in this area. Hey, thanks a lot, Mr. Valentine, Miss Valentine. Shorter channel are happy. Hey, what's up, J Mott? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Hey, what's up, Mulu? So I know, right? You never see I'm a doom boy. I mean, we're in the bear market. It's not like I'm happy, but the thing is, like most people think like we're gonna go to the moon, like you know, in a matter of seconds. I used to be a moon boy, guys. Like when I first got in crypto, you know, I was like, man, 2018 we go, you know, one Bitcoin gonna worth like $50,000. I was telling my friends, family, man, $100,000 Bitcoin in 2018. But you gotta get the game right, okay? This is the thing. YouTubers make money based on how many views they get. Okay, so I don't make money based on views I get. I make money based on trading, right? So you see, that's different. So if I just go there and say, oh, you guys, we're going to the moon, you guys watching, you know, clicking my videos, I'm making money, stuff like that, but that's not the goal. The goal is basically to basically show you the real picture, not just like we're not gonna see all these numbers again or stuff like that. Okay, how many times they told you, like how many times, like most analysts are gonna tell you that's you know, we're never gonna drop below 10K, we're never gonna drop below 10K, we're going to 30K, we're going to 16K, we're going to 14K, stuff like that. That's the bottom. That's the bottom. Okay, so you gotta wake up, guys. You gotta do your own analysis. Don't believe what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you what I see in front of me. Okay, so you can go ahead and do your own analysis and say, hey, we're going to the moon. It's okay, right? But you gotta be very, very careful, like with this analysis, and be realistic. The whole world is basically facing like a financial crisis. So I don't see like why crypto at the same time, okay, gonna be flourishing when the rest of the market basically declining. So you gotta keep that in mind, right? So hey, thanks a lot, crypto. So it's not about like you watching my channel or like you clicking the likes. I really don't care. You don't have to you really don't have to subscribe. Okay, subscribe if you want, right? But it's your own benefit whether you subscribe or not, right? But excuse me, building a community, basically a community together, it is beautiful. Have a big community where we exchange like ideas and stuff like that, right? But not to basically get you wrecked. All right, that's not my goal. Okay, because if I'm just happy like when BC is going up, and I know BC is not going to go up, it's like I'm fooling you guys. I'm fooling you. But I'm happy because I think like all of us can get a cheaper BTC, at least for the short term, and then buy cheaper Ethereum. When I was calling for Ethereum, like it's going to drop to low $100. Ethereum was like 280 last year. Okay, Ethereum was 280, and you can see like Ethereum pump like above $200. Most analysts start calling for 2,000 Ethereum. So if you don't understand the market, you're going to be buying Ethereum at $300 right now. You're going to be panicking if you're going to sell or not. I'm not telling you to sell, but I'm just telling you, like, be careful. All right, be careful who you are. Be careful at the same time, guys. Be careful. So daily time frame, we already discussed it. This head and shoulder, I don't like it. Okay, I do not like this head and shoulder. I do not like this head and shoulder, right? So, and one of the reasons why I don't like this head and shoulder, I showed you my previous 7 minutes update, right? Bang. What do you see? See the same thing. That's what I told you guys. So I told you guys we're gonna get this move. Okay, so that's the inverse. Okay, you invert your chart, you can see it is the same thing. It is the same thing. This drop right there, that's what you get it. So, and this move right there, you can see like you got it already right there. Okay, you got it already. So what I'm expecting, at least for the short term, we can expect something like this. We can expect something like this somewhere around this area. Okay, somewhere around this area. That's why I'm expecting, okay, the bull still got some juice to drop the price back, pump the price back up, right? Some of you guys, let me, before I messed up your eyes. so you can see like the bulls, they still got some more juice to pump the price back up. So let's monitor BTC within the next few days, right? We're about to get to the boring phase. Okay, I call it the boring phase because once we hit like a fib retracement, we tend to move sideways, especially 382 and 50%. 0.618, if you do not get a pullback from 0.618 very strongly, very quickly, don't take it seriously. But 50% pullback most of the time going to give you sideways correction, either a double bottom, most of the time, right? Not all the time, okay, but most of the time. So we hit 50% pullback. That was actually my third target when we showed it like at 96, right? My first target was like, let's see, let me show you. My first target was like 87. You guys been watching. First target was 91. Second target was like 87, and third target was like 82. Now we just hit the third target, right? So I should have waited, but I got out. Okay, but it is just like to tell us, like, we gotta be careful, like and sometimes be very patient. When you got a basically strategy, just follow it, execute it, and follow it. It is something like I need to basically myself basically follow my strategy, and basically just stick to it. Don't change anything, right? Don't change anything, just stick to it, put a stop loss, stuff like that, right? So executing, sometimes it is the hardest thing, right? Executing a trade, it is the hardest thing, but once you execute it, that's it. Okay, once you execute it, that's it, right? But look for a possible pullback to your previous fib retracement. which is just about like a 8700. Okay, 87. If like the bulls, okay, remember, if the bulls are strong enough, they can even pump it back up to like a 93 right there. Okay, they can even pump it back to 93. But even if we get 93, guys, it is still bearish. Like I said, the macro level doesn't care even if BC go back up to 10.5. The macro scale just telling you guys, as long as we don't break like 10.5, we're still gonna be dropping. Okay, not even 10.5, 12k. All right, as long as we stay below this range, we're still gonna be dropping. All right, we can make some crazy moves within this range. We can make some crazy move like this and blah blah blah. Even make another wedge. Okay, even make another wedge right there. Right, make this wedge right there. So that's still possible. So and try to get back up to our monthly maximum price level of our month, which is like 96 to basically 95 to 99, and then basically capitulate down. So be careful. Okay, be careful on the lower degree, unless like you are basically shorting, selling, and then basically just wait for BC to drop down to 55. But if you're leveraging, you got to be extremely careful. Okay, extremely careful. So yes, we got a gap. Just about we're gonna talk about the gap. So let's dive into our basically a lower degree 3-day chart. MACD, something very important. I just wanted to point out again. I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, a while back. Okay, MACD, right? So our MACD, so it is very important. So for those of you guys, I'm just going to show you something very important. You can use it for a very long time, right? MACD, 3-day MACD divergence. Do not play with it. So do not play with it. So beautiful divergence, right? You can see like we make a low. What we got after that, right? We got this 50% pump, right? So can you see we got this also beautiful MACD divergence. What we got like 50 to 60% pump, right? So what are we expecting before getting any 50 to 60% pump, right? We already got our MACD crossed over already, right? Bearish crossover. So we're gonna need, at least for the short term, BTC to basically give us some sort of divergence. If you haven't watched that video, make sure to go watch it. It's it's in, you can go to my channel and watch like why BTC is gonna be dropping. BTC is bullish, but the MACD, actually I said BTC is extremely bullish, but the MACD disagree, right? So you can see like we're gonna have to get some basically bullish divergence on a 3-day chart, which mean right, the MACD has to drop all the way down, right, and then pump back up. That's what I'm telling you. Be careful, because once we hit this area, we can still pump back up. The MACD can give you your first crossover. It's gonna drop back down like this, okay, and give you your second crossover, right? This crossover, that's what you need to look for. Okay, don't worry about price level. I'm just drawing for illustration purposes, right? So this second crossover, that's what you're looking for the next big move. Okay, it could be like a 50 to basically even like a price could even double, right? So if you're looking for the long term, look for this MACD double bottom crossover. Okay, bullish divergence. Look for it. Okay, that's a long term. You're not gonna get it today. You're not gonna get it tomorrow. I don't think you're gonna get it by the summer. You could get it by late December, stuff like that, right? So but keep that in mind. Yes. So some of you guys saying like we might wick basically down to we might wick up to like 11.5. I don't think we're gonna hit 11.5, guys, to be honest with you. As much as I want BC to go up to 12k, I really don't care. But as much as I want it to go to $50,000, it's not showing us like $50,000, right? So you gotta remember like bearish setups, right? You gotta be able to remember bearish setups. And if you've been following our channel, we said it like as soon as we got this move, right? In my premium member, I showed you guys, I showed you like this move right there, okay? it is the same move we got on the macro scale. Okay, on the macro scale, you can see from 20k. What do you see? You got this move. So as soon as I recognize this move, I was like, we're gonna dump, and we drop down. You can see like we pump back up, and then now we're dropping down. I'm still looking for this another flat right there before capitulating, right? So I showed it to my basically a premium group. You gotta be careful, okay? You gotta be extremely careful. So even back in 2014, I showed you guys. I mean, not 2014, but back like when BC was like a 14k, I showed you guys how this area was similar to the 20k area. So this is basically a long-term downtrend signal. Okay, long-term downtrend signal, right? No sign of bullishness, at least for the short term. No sign of bullishness. So let's dive into the lower degree before we talk about Ether. I'm just going to talk about BTC and Ether unless you guys want to talk about another coin, right? So to make it a very short live stream. So let's dive into the 15 minutes first. So 15 minutes, for those of you guys love day trading and basically scalping, so would be looking for a retest at some point of this 100 EMA. On the 15 minutes will be a great short opportunity. I don't think we got enough juice to pump up to like 8600 right now, but at some point we're gonna retest like the 100 EMA because it is moving down. So pay attention to it. If you basically day trading, swing trading, blah blah blah, you can look for this move. It can do this, right? So price, as I said it in my premium group, we're gonna get this move before looking for another move to the upside, right? So I'm just gonna give you these tips, right? So we call it Zeus method, right? It's gonna pump back up and get rejected. So that's a short opportunity right there. That's a long opportunity right there. If it holds, you take it right there. So we could look for a short right there from like a 8260 all the way down to like a 8150, and then another pump up to like a 8400 range to 8430 before like a weekend down again. Okay, so if you're gonna get the reversal, this area, okay, is the area we need to pay attention to. If like the bulls want to reverse the price, they just have to pay attention to this area and make some sort of a wedge drop, and then basically retest the 88 to 9k area. Hey, what's up, Marigo? Thanks a lot, J Mart. J Mart been with us since last year, almost a year now. Been watching, right? So Ether, we're gonna talk about Ether. This is the last time bulls are gonna be able to get BTC below 9k. I mean bears, right? Yeah, I do slip Mario. It's just the time zone. Hey, what's up, Arnuz? Yeah. What about the halving? I mean, I don't care about the halving, guys. It is just some speculative aspect of the market. Like I said, guys, you got to be careful. People got to be able to tell you something to listen, right? So I never fall for none of that nonsense, right? So it's not a nonsense, but you got to remember, guys, 2018, they told you BC is going to 50K, right? It did not go to 50K. What they told you after, we're going to get backed, right? It kept dropping, right? And it kept dropping, right? So, and then now after we got the reversal, they start telling you back gonna pump it like what, to 50K, 60K, right? Back came back before even back started. BC started dumping, and then they say like they said Fidelity, right? Something like that, right? Fidelity gonna pump the price, something like that. As soon as backed started, the same day backed started, that's the same day BC started dumping. Dump the price almost like 30%, right? We can see it now. We're pumping back up. So now they're gonna tell you some halving, okay, some halving nonsense, right? So it is just to tell you like to buy so they can dump it on you, okay? The sooner we basically, the sooner you guys buy, you know, the faster basically the basic gonna dump, right? So you gotta be careful, okay? I've seen it all, so that's why I don't believe anything you know, I see on YouTube. I don't believe anything, okay? I just believe what the chart is telling me. I don't follow the news about like you know, happening and all that nonsense, right? It is just to tell you buy so we can dump it on you, right? You gotta remember, YouTubers have to make a content. If they don't make a content, they don't have a living, most of them, right? So you know, they gotta make a content. They gotta make a content, and you guys have to basically fall for it. Don't fall for that nonsense, right? Just buy if you're looking for the long term. Buy and look for like you know, within the next 3 to 5, 6 years to sell, right? But if you're looking for to buy now and sell tomorrow to be a millionaire, you're gonna be very, very you know, very unhappy. Okay, very unhappy, very unhappy, very unhappy. So let's dive into Ethereum, right? So Ethereum, as we said it yesterday, right? So Ethereum low, I'm just gonna give you the low, the big picture Ethereum, okay, big picture target for Ethereum. It is gonna be roughly around like a 150, okay? I'm looking for mid $100 Ethereum, not $90, not $80, that's too soon, okay? But let's just look for this mid range, okay? Just about like a 170 range, okay? 170 to just about 150. So it is going to be the next trading range. Not giving you any targets. So if you want targets and stuff like that, join our premium group, okay? So you can look for trading range. Look for a trading range 180 to 160, okay? But not giving you any target or any pullback or any of those good stuff, right? So that's it for Ethereum. Let's take a look at it on the macro scale, okay? On Poloniex. Buy the rumors, sell the news, man. Don't fall for that nonsense, man. Don't fall for that. So as you can see, like most analysts also been very, very bullish on Link over the last 2 days, and you can see, you know, Link should be dumping very soon. You know, it'll be dumping very soon. But I'm not saying Link is not gonna, you know, not gonna perform well in the near future. But at least for the short term, when everybody's talking about it, they basically already got a bag. So. So Ethereum on the monthly basis, we're struggling just about this area of 21 EMA on the monthly basis, and on the weekly basis, we basically needed to basically stay above like this area of basically 100 EMA. So it is really bad. We basically could not stay above 100 EMA on a weekly basis. Now we're closing below it. So we're about to get another very tight range of 21 EMA and basically 100 EMA. So it means like the drop going to be very fast for Ethereum, guys. It's going to be very, very fast, okay? Very, very fast. So if you got a chance to open up a short right now, you could basically keep it all the way down, okay? All the way down, all right? All the way down, and just short like on the weekly 21 EMA, okay? Whenever it retests the weekly 21 EMA, we just take it down. Whenever we retest the weekly 21 EMA, you just take it down. But if you want to trade it like on a day-to-day basis, it's not going to be easy, because you have to basically you just have to basically watch it, babysit it, and all that good stuff. So but if you just want to trade it on a monthly and weekly basis, you know, you just sell and wait for some lower numbers to buy back, right? Just sell and wait for some lower numbers to buy back. But key areas, two major key areas for basically for Ethereum, it is basically a monthly 25 MA and also weekly 25 MA. All right. So can get the 25. So let's check the monthly and weekly 25 MA. Those two moving averages are very, very important for Ethereum. Okay, very important. So that's a monthly that's a weekly 25 MA, and I said it multiple times. If we break this area, Ethereum going to be bullish. Ethereum was bullish for like 4 weeks, right? But if you move back to the monthly 100 EMA, you can see it. We could not. That's the second time we basically making this rounded resistance on the monthly basis. So we basically getting another rejection. So let's see how this monthly basis going to basically how low are we gonna get this price to drop on a monthly basis, right? So in the near future, as long as we close above this monthly basis, that could be a very bullish sign for Ethereum to retest like the top, right? But I don't see us retesting the top until we break like a $300 range, at least for the short term. If we do not break like a 289, I would not be bullish on Ethereum. Okay, like I said, when Ethereum was like 169, if we break 169, I'm going to be bullish. Next area to break for Ethereum, it is going to be 289, right? 289. And I already showed you why 289, right? So hey, what's up, Peter? Last time we went to the moon was like a 1969. We're gonna go to the moon. It's just not time yet, all right? It's not just time yet, right? So let's talk about King XRP next, right? So So XRP, as expected, guys, it is dropping down to 20 cents. So, but good area to accumulate XRP going to be just about like below 20 cents. Okay, I would not be shorting XRP below 20 cents. I said it multiple times. Don't short XRP below 20 cents. Okay, just like I said, don't short XRP. Don't short basically BSC below 7K. XRP accumulate heavily below 20 cents all the way down. Okay. As low as it, the lower the price, the better it is. I know it is gonna be very painful, but I wouldn't be shorting XRP below 20 cents. All right, below 20 cents. So major support for XRP, on the macro scale, going to be 13 cents. I know I said it last time when BitMEX or BitMEX, I think BitMEX, whatever, dropped down, XRP price dropped down to 13 cents. I was like, guys, gotta be careful. Those numbers, they're not basically magical. They're telling you something. So you gotta be able to basically pay attention to those numbers. Just because it drops, it wicked down to 13 cents, right? Doesn't mean, it's not gonna go back to 13 cents, right? So let's keep that in mind. I still believe, this range of 15 to 13 cents going to be very crucial for XRP. And if we break it, I'm going to give you guys an update, right? But if we break it, guys, 5 cents is the next target for XRP, right? But let's see. Let's see. I'm still looking for this move from this area up to like 80 cents, right? Before basically any further move down, right? Before another leg down. So the bear market for XRP could last for a very, very long time, guys. If this is gonna be, we're gonna be in the bear market like for another 2 years. Of course, if XRP goes to 80 cents, it can drop back down to like 5 cents or so on and stuff like that, right? So that's a move I'm looking for, at least for the short term. And I showed you why multiple times, so I don't want to go back through it because it's just gonna be redundant. Unless you just started watching our channel, right? But most of you guys been watching for a very long time, right? I showed you why we're gonna get this move for XRP, right? So, and on a daily basis, you can see XRP is repeating itself right there. So the move we got for XRP in this range, right? that's the move we also got in this range, right? So this is just a bigger version of the next move. So what does it mean? It means we're gonna have to break this area. We're gonna have to break this low, okay? So in order to find like a newer buyers, basically to pump the price up, right? But that's a macro scale. So you know, if XRP pump like to 22 cents tomorrow, you're gonna be like, oops, we're going to the moon. You're not going to the moon, right? You're not going to the moon. You might be going to the abyss, right? Sorry. So all right guys, so let's take a look at ARK for Peter. ARK, since I covered it, ARK is still like a above entry of 1800 sats. ARK current price is like just about 23. So when we covered ARK was like at the very bottom, was like 16 to 1800 sats. So it pumped all the way up to like 3600. It pumped like 100%. So ARK it did well, okay? It did well. So most of these basic alt, they're gonna drop if basically gonna be dropping, okay? So but let's see if like we can find a double bottom in this range and then we test the top for ARK, right? But since we basically covered ARK, you know, at the very bottom was like first week of basically February, it pumped 100%. So you know, if you took some profit, you're still gonna be okay, right? You're still gonna be okay. All right guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. Hopefully you guys gonna be safe out there. BC is not looking bad at all. We're gonna be getting another reversal very soon, so I would not be I wouldn't be like you know, very excited at low K to short BTC at low K. All right, so let's talk about Bitcoin Cash next. First thing first, so Bitcoin Cash, we talked about it yesterday, and then we said like it is most likely going to drop. It gave us that three-way move, so we're looking for another drop down to just about like a 260. We didn't quite hit 260 range, but it is close enough. You know, it is still a good area to be accumulating. You know, Bitcoin Cash 280 to 260 range going to be a very good area to be accumulating, okay, before looking for this reversal up to like a $300 again. So all right guys, that's it for today's. Hopefully, you know, you guys gonna be safe out there. All right.